U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
Will Reichard, the kickoff for the Vikings.
The kicker, Will Reichard, has the ball on the tee. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready, 60 average, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. These two teams, they met at Ford Field earlier this season with the Lions winning that ball game. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they'd get a sweep of the season series. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Here we go, here we go.
Now they'll shift things around. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll be brought down just shy of 45. And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
19 touch, 7 guys, 19 Lions. Warriors, 70.
Back to throw here. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. This one caught by his tight end Oliver. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from April's draft. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. From the 21, here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
1st and goal from the 3. He'll look to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Jordan Addison, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings booming away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes...
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. 65 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their futures. They look ahead to the offseason. What spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they take possession of the football. And have it at the 36-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
70 Rangers, 70, 19 sight, 7 Pirates.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Jonathan Grenard, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Cowboy 80, 19 Lions, 18 Rodgers, come 19, come 19.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
60 Maverick. Let's go now. Hey, Panther 60, Panther 60. Dragon 60. Buffalo 18. 60 Bobcats. Mustang 19.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 15.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
This one brought in by Jefferson. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
brings up
Now, this defense for the Lions, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Yardage on this one, back to the 13. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
It's 4th down.
And here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt.
In punt formation.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Viking 18. Check. Ready.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss.
18, 19, 10 through 11. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to find Jamison Williams.
And it's 3rd down.
Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings.
This crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
They spent the week at practice, Sam. We know our rating's not that great. And we know we're facing the #1 passing team in the league. But there are some things that we can do.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs
with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead.
I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third and 5.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On the jump.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Gibbs straight ahead.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jameer Gibbs
With his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 21-7.
Jack Fox to kick off.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Let's go. 70 Lions.
They're going to look to throw.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Back to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41.
At the 41-yard line.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on. Third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for the Lions. First down.
Back to throw now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The Lions on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Another run for Gibbs here. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Looking to put a drive together. Here's a quick throw left side to start things out. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
They'll run. This is Jordan Mason.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They'll set up a throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Daniel Whelan now.
Formation.
Fielded at the 20. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
18, 5 in. 19 tight. 19, dragon 60.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to go for a big play downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 69 yards.
And the Lions have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
35-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air, never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations, quite the accomplishment. Mason going to get it on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Second and 12. They'll look to throw here. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. He's to the 15. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick 6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
3rd down and long.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. They'll drop the throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And they're going to be set up with excellent field position to start the drive as that gets out of bounds inside the 45-yard line.
Lions, Buffalo 80, Cowboy 80, 70 Rangers, 70.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Cougar 19. Ready.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. It's their quarterback in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And a rout is on here in this 1st half.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
4 seconds, all that remain here this 1st half as the kick gets away. Oh, good move. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
The Vikings set to receive the 2nd half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a 1st half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the 2nd half.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Justin Jefferson bringing in the slant.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Partner, I see you reaching for the white flag. Put it down. I don't want you throwing it, but I understand why, because if you do, you're hoping they might actually stop this game because we're in blowout territory right now. That interception just surrendered any momentum they built up in the locker room during halftime. So game plan, it's in the garbage. Time to try something new in this one.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Now an option play, and he'll keep it.
And finally, down he goes.
as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
Check smash. Check smash.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. Scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out.
And the Lions have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Vikings 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
First down.
Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
Let's go now.
Straight ahead, here's Mason. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
On the tackle.
Second down and 3.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
They'll run again with Mason. And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Here we go, Shaq.
On the give, it's Mason. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll hand it to Mason.
And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 19-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. 3rd down, here's Mason.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started.
Well, how about this? They'll change it at the line.
Panther 60.
Looking to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
10 yards.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the first down. It's now 1st and goal.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he's fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
18, 5 in. Ready. 70 rate. Bronco 80. 19, 79.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
He's got a man. That's caught left sideline.
Boy, 30 more yards and another first down.
On the go.
A gain of 30.
60 average.
And the
60. Here we go.
Lions first down.
60 Eagles. 60. Cup 19. Cup 19. Buffalo 18. Go.
Now back to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
Intercepted. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line.
And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground again, it's Mason. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second
and 11.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone.
Go.
And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A quick throw complete into the flat out left. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw.
Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs.
That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
70, hot, set, Mustang 19. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 79 Broncos.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great play there. With his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Lions are closing in on that 16-0 record as they add on to their lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled.
He's brought down by Arnold. No gain on the play.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The offense on 3rd down, not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And a tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first.
6 yards. It's 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
7 Pirates, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Ready?
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th.
63. Vikings 10. Jack Fox to kick off.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Lions are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
34-yard line.
Go!
And they'll start with a quick throw complete out to the right. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Mustang 19.
43-yard line.
That is caught by Laporta. Look at the big fella go.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Sam Laporta.
56 yards.
And the Lions just continue to roll.
He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QB is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory. but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
At the 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll run here with Mason. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete.
The Vikings send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This is taken at the 10. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I we enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Let's go now.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And they get him down right near the midfield stripe.
92 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
The 2nd down pass. Intercepted. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Viking 8-7 Pirates 7.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Second and 1. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Javon Hargrave. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down.
19 Lions. 19 tight. 19 tight. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Go.
Back to throw here. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.